大家好啊！今日我 Gilbert 咧帶大家嚟睇樓，睇邊度呢？就係一個傳統喺西倫敦嘅豪宅區。咁呢個豪宅區咧叫做 Fulham Reach。咁佢係由名發展商 Berkeley 旗下嘅聖 George 嘅起嘅。如果你要我形容咧，呢個發展商有一次我哋香港嘅新鴻基咧，就以品質同埋品味而稱嘅。咁佢喺傳統嘅富豪區、富咸區啦，亦都喺泰晤士河邊啦，而且入邊嘅設施咧會令你哇一聲嘅。咁一陣間咧會帶大家去睇下示範單位啦，睇下售樓處啦，同埋影下側邊嘅環境俾大家睇嘅。跟我嚟。入到咁靚嘅售樓處咧，我今日咧就唔諗住自己介紹，因為呢度有更好嘅專家同我介紹。佢叫 Tom。Hi Tom。Hi Gilbert。Nice to meet you. Thank you for the introduction for the project for us. Let's go to the model first.
Of Fulham Reach and then of course the local area, and it actually shows lots of unique bits about the development in general. So this is where Fulham Reach is. We'll go and have a closer look of the development in a minute. But just to point out a few things. We are just 4 minutes away from Hammersmith Underground Station. In Hammersmith Underground Station, you have access to 4 different viewpoints. So the Hammersmith and City, the Circle, District, and Piccadilly line. So whether you need to go north, east, or west, you can pretty much get to whichever corner of the city from Hammersmith Tube Station. Now, next to the tube station, you can see here road towards Heathrow. The reason why we have that here is because Hammersmith is of course easy to commute into central London too, but you can easily get to outer London as well. So you can actually travel to Heathrow within less than 30 minutes from the development. Just a few minutes away from the Apollo, which is a world famous venue for comedy shows or potentially concerts or anything else. So for example here you've got Alan Carr. So celebrities like Alan usually perform just around the corner. Apart from the Apollo, we also have Lyric Theatre. So if you like to go to the theatre or anything, again, you actually have more than one option in Hammersmith, which is great. See just down the road, but also the Queen's Club is based just around the corner, and the Queen's Club tournament is essentially the second biggest tennis tournament after Wimbledon. And again, famous people such as Andy Murray play just a bit further down the road from Fulham Reach. And talking about sports, actually just behind you here along the river, it's the world famous restaurants in the area. And actually just a bit further down the road, there is a restaurant called the River Cafe. And again, celebrities like Jamie Oliver actually trained in that restaurant. So again, there was lots of great options around Fulham Reach when you fancy fine dining. And this is actually Frank Benfield Park. This is actually the Hammersmith in general. The picture is not that clear, but there's lots of activity just a bit further down the road. So whether you just want to do some grocery shopping or potentially just some shopping in general, if you fancy buying some new clothes or anything, all of that can be done on King Street or Hammersmith just in general. This is also just King Street. There is a weekly market as well where you can get fresh food. And then just a bit of a did you know funny fact. The latest James, not only James Bond came here, but also Freddie Mercury and his band. This is actually the band Queen, and as you can tell, it was filmed in front of Fulham Reach because this is Fulham Reach. And here you can actually see that we were building this building at the time. And then of course Queen, in case you didn't know, these are the guys of course. So just a few fun facts about Fulham Reach. In 2010, we purchased this entire plot of land. So 12 years ago, there was nothing. Currently, everything is built up until here. So you could actually draw a line pretty much here, and everything below that line has already been built. at number 7.
Yeah.
And the reason why we built these buildings first is because we wanted to connect this part of Hammersmith with this part of Hammersmith and Fulham.
Oh,
And we did that by firstly building the Riverwalk and then of course these buildings. Now on the Riverwalk itself we have quite a few businesses. So from the first floor upwards we have apartments, but on the ground floor, like this unit, we actually have commercial units.
oh, okay.
At number 6 we actually have a local boat club. At number 14 we have a restaurant. And here number 7 of course is the marketing suite. Here at number 12, this building here, we have Brasserie Blanc. So as you can tell, the majority of businesses along the Riverwalk are focusing on fine dining. And then of course sports, because we are on the river, which is quite convenient for the local boat club. Now after we've built all these homes here, we are now focusing on the avenue. And this is also the backbone of the entire site. And what we're looking to do with the avenue itself is actually move all this traffic from the Riverwalk across the development into the park.
Yeah.
So it will be that connection between the park itself and then the River Thames. Now, up until now, this is as far as the avenue goes because all of this is still construction site.
Okay.
Now here on the avenue itself, we have quite a few businesses as well. So, and then of course here in the avenue, we hope to, and I will show you some images, we hope to have some more businesses. So here of course, potentially another restaurant, but we could, for example, have a dental practice or a GP. So as you can tell, we were really hoping to bring more life to this part of the development, and it will become this really cozy gallery. And again, the main focus is to connect the river to the park, which is pretty much here. Just another image of the avenue. So we really hope to turn this into a lovely, cozy boulevard. So the first facility we have is a 24-hour concierge.
Yeah.
Next on, we have a fully equipped spa, which includes a sauna and steam room. At the spa, and I think you will like this, we also have a treatment room. So that can give you a massage, that can do your nails, everything. All of that can be taken care of here on the development itself. We also have a virtual golf room, and because this room is so big, we are hoping to turn it into a karaoke room, fully professional snooker room. And then, of course, at the spa itself, we have a 15-meter long swimming pool, which has its own jacuzzi here in the back, equipped gym. So if you like going to the gym, you can just do that on the development. And the gym itself also has a separate yoga and Pilates studio. So that space itself is as big as this room here. We have our own wine cellar. Now, 10 years ago when we initially designed the development, it was supposed to be a wine cellar. But what we're seeing nowadays is that people use it for a lot more than just wine tasting. So what you could do, especially if you buy a one-bedroom apartment, if you want to host a dinner party, instead of having to do it in your apartment, you can actually use this space here. Because the wine cellar, again, is as big as this space here. It has a big table, so you can actually just sit there and have dinner with your friends and family. Private cinema. The cinema itself also comes with its own kitchen. So you can prepare popcorn and nachos and drinks, so it's more than just a big screen. It comes with all the bells and whistles.
Okay.
So these are all the facilities that are part of the Thamesis Club. It's all Miele. You have your separate microwave oven and lots of storage.
嘅關係咧，後邊咧唔同嘅 colour scheme 咧，你都可以訂製嘅，根據自己喜好揀好咗咧，先去擺喺自己間新屋嘅入邊。
See it in person. So we are just on the other side,
Yeah.
but this is the building we're selling at the moment.
Okay.
And where we're standing, this is where the park is. As you can see, the park is here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's Frank Banfield Park. And the sun will richly rise here.
Oh, in the morning?
In the morning,
Okay.
correct, yeah. So I think the first options I will show you will be here, because I think we have some great apartments here for you to consider that will have park views and then morning sun as well. But then, as you can tell, we have loads of options, but here it's quite nice to see the different options, because if we go this way, as a development, we of course have very modern buildings at the front. But on the very edge of Fulham Reach, we need to blend in with the local architecture. And as you can tell here, on the left-hand side of the development, you have these houses, and also on the right-hand side, you have these typical West London houses. So what we need to do as a developer is we need to make sure we try to blend in with the local architecture as much as we can. So on the left-hand side, where Gilbert is standing, you have these houses as well. Of course, they haven't been built yet, but as you can tell, they look like houses.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So again, just to get your bearings, firstly we looked at the bigger picture,
Yeah.
and you can see that Fulham Reach is here. Then we of course had a look of the side map, and of course Holland House and Holland Court is here. And now I'm going to zoom in even more, and now we're actually looking at the building itself. Okay? So the two or the three bits that you're interested in is firstly here,
Yeah.
because it's directly facing the park. It's this corner here, also because it has direct views over the park and morning sun. And then the third option is here, right?
Yeah.
Those are the three bits that
Yeah.
you've pointed out on the model.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will start with this section here,
Yeah.
with the balcony directly facing the park. And again, it's east facing, so you have morning sun as well.
Okay.
Okay? Then we have a look at the bedrooms. At the end of the hallway, you have bedroom 1.
Okay.
Plenty of space, built-in wardrobe.
如果要數泰晤士河靚嘅景色咧，伍士河有咩咁出名咧？大家睇喺我身後邊就見到啦，有蛙艇喎。咁咧原來傳統嘅英國嘅最傳統嘅蛙艇比賽劍橋 vs 牛津，佢喺呢段咧就係其中一個最好觀賞嘅地方啦。咁即係話咧，你買咗呢度咧，你有可能喺你嘅露台就睇到每年一度嘅盛事啦。你諗下牛津對劍橋嘅蛙艇隊嘅嗰種傳統嘅氣息喺度。聽唔聽到啊？咁啊，你喺聽講咧就係3月尾或4月頭喎。喺我身後邊呢一條橋咧就叫 Hammersmith Bridge。咁你睇到佢個樣咧係好靚嘅，古色古香，好英國嘅味道。